How do you get your data leaked to the world the fastest? Answer? Just download Dirth's app.
Pick it up, pick it up. Is it Dirth? Is it potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. Once revealed, we're dying to know. Is it Dirth or a potato? Check it out. Dirth or potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. Dirth or potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirth or potato, what will you find? Right on! Yo, can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it Dirth or a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. Dirth or potato, let's go. Skank it up, skank it up. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? Dirth or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. Dirth or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirth or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it Dirth or a potato waiting inside? Let's go, rude boys. Garden patch or a silly trick? Will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, Dirth or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or dirt, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. Dirth or potato, it's the ultimate craft. Dirth or potato, guess it right, let's go. Dirth or potato, it's the game that steals the show. Beneath the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb trend. Pick your choice, don't hesitate. Dirth or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear. Make your move, we're almost through. Dirth or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. Dirth or potato, let the guessing flow.
Right, let's hope that does the job. I would like to announce that Starlink will be getting to fuck, as I have bitten the bullet and ordered new internet. Luckily, where I live in Kirkcaldy now is the first place in the UK to be given giganet internet. Gigabit internet. That's really hard to say for some reason. Gigabit internet. I want to say gigabit ethernet, but no. Yeah, so basically, yeah, super fast internet happening here. It does mean that I have to make, money go to Starlink to break the contract with them, which is annoying, but hey, it's way better than having to deal with all the buffering. I think, what did they say, July the 4th it comes? So, yeah, hopefully on Monday, when I start my next membership drive, the internet will hold out. It does seem to do all right during those long streams. It settles down, but yeah. No, I'm absolutely sick and tired of this shit internet, but I have... I'm getting giganet interbit, yes. Yes, Zoomy. Yeah, so it's costing quite a bit to sort out. So there actually was a GoFundMe if anyone wants to help with the cost of that to cover the fact that I have to get out my contract with Starlink. But hey, it's absolutely worth it, and there will be proper, uninterrupted, no buffering streams. he says, touch wood. What are we here for today? Well, we're here to finish counting the lies of Dirth. We were covering, it's been a week or so because life and everything. We were covering here Potato Man Dirth speaking to JJ Carroll, who has truth in his channel's name, which, you know, that means that he's a dumbass. They're talking about Flat Earth, and Dave's doing his normal lies. And we're 1 hour and 20 minutes in, which is 81 minutes, and he's at 85 lies. He is currently lying at more than one lie per minute. Guys, this is impressive. More than one lie a minute. I mean, wow. Yes. So we're going to get on with that. First of all, I want to announce what is coming up tomorrow, Friday, the 27th of June, 2025. I will be going and having this lovely piece of artwork finished. And I have spoken to my tattoo artist, amazing guy, owns Creation Studios in Dunfermline, and we're going to live stream the tattoo getting finished. I've got 4 hours booked there, I think. So, hey Craven, how you doing, dude? Yeah, so I'm getting this finished, and I'll be streaming it live from 1 p.m. Tomorrow UK time, and you can all come and join. And what I'm doing is probably a dumb thing, but the biggest super chat will... I'm just going to go through the settings until I get a new one. And hey, Craven Mordic, how you doing, my friend? It's nice to see you. Yes, I've worked hard for this to happen. So if you want your name put on me, then feel free to join me tomorrow during my tattoo, and be like a 4 hour, 3-4 hour stream, I think, however long. I can't remember what I've got booked now, but yeah, and come and join me. Just have a good chat, watch the tattoo getting done, and join in some fun, and try and get your name added to the tattoo if you want. Then on Saturday at 11 p.m. UK time, I will be debating a good old-fashioned flat Earth debate. Me and a guy called Don Lee. I've been talking to him over Messenger, and well, let's just say it's like talking to someone in 2018 when I started this. All those arguments back there. Yes, Rubik, you will already be added to stage 2. Absolutely. It's already decided that you and Toon get added to stage 2. This is stage 1, and just as we're finishing it, we're going to have some fun. Hello, Harry Warp. Nice to see you, my friend. Rachbot, you look fantastic as well. So, right, yeah, so that's on Saturday, and then I'm going to take Sunday off and prep for Monday, starting my mega stream. Probably hit the gym before it, do it, make an early one, and then start the stream. Maybe I start at 11 rather than 10. We'll see. But yeah, that's what's coming up for the rest of the month, and I hope you join in. During the mega stream, during the membership drive, one of the things we're going to do is finish writing and recording, and then probably editing during the stream, the first new episode of Flerfs Are Idiots. That's going to be fun. All right, how's it going? Are you guys getting buffering? Borg, I don't know if I can stream the workout. I don't know if the gym will allow that. Although they have said that I can record some stuff there. Right. Anyway, we've got to finish counting some lies. Right, you guys are getting buffering. Oh, no. Some say yes, some say no. It looks stable right now. We'll see how it goes. We got Cow with $2. Excuse me. My voice broke there. Cow, you made me cry. Cow with $2, thank you, says, for all the fun. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Borg Emporia says, do the workout from home. I don't have gym equipment at home, and it's arm and chest day. I can't do bench press at home. I mean, I could just do a bunch of press-ups and stuff, I guess, but... Paul says, I think MC Toon is just FTFE running an American AI filter. Or am I, MC Toon, running a British AI filter? Right, so yeah, we were 1 hour 21, which is 81 minutes, and we were 85 lies. Hopefully you can crash the mode. Crash the mode? What do you mean? Right. Someone says they want me to add the screen name Dead Bunny King to your tat. Lol. Well, if they give the highest super chat, then we'll see. Hey, Lindsay Bow, good to see you. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you're just being a nerd, Zumi. I get it. Or is Craig actually Lucy? Lucy's currently dead, guys. Honestly, I had to redo her, restart her. I'm rebuilding Lucy from scratch, and she's going to be way meaner. There's a lot of work to do with ChatGPT to make it do what I want it to do. Anyway, let's see how we get on with this.
I go to here, I just type in map. This is the map that's the most used map. This is the map that's used for navigation. It's called the Gleason.
Well, there's a lie. That map isn't really used for navigation. No, it's one map that, if you understand the transformation, you could use it for navigation. But it's definitely not the map used for navigation. So what we're going to have to do is add a lie. Because why not? So 86. Oh, what did we do? I got 8 seconds in. 8 seconds. And I had to add a lie. Bill Tetley says, who's been a member for 23 months. Evening, Craig. I can't believe it. Nearly 2 full rotations around the sun here. Much love to Rachbot, Rubik, Zumi, Ashton, and everyone else. Yeah, fuck Ashton. I mean, what? Syrian says, when Lucy becomes sentient, she's going to be pissed and eradicate us. Craven Mordick says, press ups are actually a great upper body workout. It's what you do depending on how you put your hands on. Can work many yeah. I mean, your hands will be busy when you're doing the push-ups, right? Shitfire, yeah, it's a projection of a map used for navigation. Harry Warp says, does FTFE not have a dinger for Dirth's lies? They all broke because there was too many lies. Cow, who's been a member for 24 months, that's twice around the sun, says, yay, 2 full rotations. Oh, you're just trying to be better than Bill, are you? Thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to become a member, of course, you can become a member now. But I would suggest saving it. Save the membership gifting or becoming a member for Monday. Because what we're doing Monday is obviously my membership drive. But not just memberships. For every £10 of super chats, we also add a minute. Stealth Gun 5, member for 15 months, says, why is there a potato on the screen? Yeah, I understand. It looks like that, but it is a potato. I mean, it's not a potato. Even I get confused. It's Dirth. That's David Weiss. Cowder Vassold for member for 11 months says, hey, almost a year. Borg Emporia, you're awesome.
Map. And here we are. You know, you got the United States, South America, Africa. And if you actually watch flight routes, let's talk about flight routes.
Okay, before.
Yeah, flight routes that all appear like, you know, curved and stuff on that compared to what they actually are in reality. Why would that be? Why would the flight paths on a flat plane look curved? Huh. I wonder. Can you figure it out? Bill Tetley says, I got a £1,000 bonus for my company. I think I foresee pain in your oh, shit. Cool. Congratulations, Bill, for that. Make sure you buy yourself something pretty before making me not sleep for a week.
Before you go to flight routes, can you go back to that picture for the audience, please? Because I know this is a question that everyone asks. Well, you're saying that the water could never stay contained on a globe because it would just, as 1,000 miles an hour, it would spin out, right? The water would spin out. Their rebuttal. It
would have to curve. It would go spin to the horizon.
Correct.
Right?
But
I mean, not correct. He's lying to you because he's oblivious to physics. We've explained it to him, right? The Earth's rotation is really fucking slow. Like, you know, it takes an entire day to turn around. And you can do the maths and calculate the centrifugal forces that are applied. Now, the highest centrifugal force that's applied is going to be at the equator. So if you calculate what the centrifugal acceleration is, which would be opposite, acting in the opposite direction to the, you know, the vector that gravity is, then you would find that it's tiny compared to gravity. Gravity acts inwards, about 9.8 meters per second squared. At the equator, where the, you know, linear velocity is the fastest because of Earth's rotation, the centrifugal acceleration is 0.03 meters per second. So what you do is you take the 9.81 minus 0.03 and you get 9.78. So the difference is 0.03 meters per second. All it does is it makes you way different. Hey Ashton, how you doing?
They're going to say gravity's going to keep it
Oh, so he gets a lie, obviously.
in place. That's their argument. My question to you as a flat earther, how's the water not rolling off the edges of the four corners?
Well, this is just that there's no four corners. This is just a cutout of the map, right? We don't.
Sorry, that's a cutout of the map. The map that you've got there is a cutout of the map. What? I'm just going to lie for the pure stupidity of that statement, right? That's what you have to do. Okay. Also, you know, I really should announce that I officially am doing for next year a charity calendar, right? And I'm going to be naked in them, but you know, covering bits with, you know, probably like an Easter bunny in March or April, you know, some kind of present during Christmas, you know, that kind of funny thing, just so the Flerfs can laugh at me and try and make fun of me, and I can make some money for charity. Hey, enjoy that.
Don't know what's beyond the shoreline of Antarctica. Maybe Antarctica's like this. Maybe it's like this, right? Maybe this is the shoreline, and this just goes on and on and on for millions of miles. We don't know because we're not allowed to independently explore Antarctica. What if?
Well, that's a lie because someone that was one of his best friends, Jaron Campanella, went there and independently explored. No one stopped him when he went off for a wee wander. I mean, he'd probably die if he went too far. You should probably stop Witsit because he literally would have died, but you know.
If the world was set up like this? What if we lived here in the middle? This is the shoreline of Antarctica. Maybe it goes all the way around. Maybe there's some openings. Out here would be more land, extra territory, extra terra for short. Extraterrestrials live on the extra terra.
Is it extra terra for territory or extra terra for terrestrials? He got lost in his own lies there. He actually gets two. Bill Tetley, $2 says, how much? And I'll take 100 calendars, please. Thank you. I'm not sure of the pricing yet. I guess it depends how much they cost to get produced, etc. I don't want to make a profit on them, but myself. But obviously, they, you know, they'll be priced so that the charity will be able to make money. I've been looking at some stuff to get them produced, and it would be about $7 to $9 to produce per calendar. So to make money for the charity, I would probably charge $25 per calendar. Or maybe like $100 for the special edition one where I remove the stuff. No, that's a joke. That's only on OnlyFans.
In the outer space, right here on Earth. Again, we don't know what's out here. Maybe the firmament.
That is a lie. We do know. We know very well what's out there. We've been to space. We've seen everything. There is no more of Earth to discover. Okay? Maybe inside. Who knows? There's, maybe inside there's a whole civilization living, and, dinosaurs and a whole ecosystem. No, I'm making that up. No. We know about Earth. We know everything that's there, Dave. It's a lie to say that we don't know. Derek the Dullard for £2 says Dirth is a horrible grifting liar. That's very true. You didn't need to pay to say the truth. Lero says every channel membership equals 3 hours of extra streaming. No. I was joking, Selexis. Now, the rules are every membership adds 3 minutes, and every £10 worth of super chats add another minute. Maybe every £5 worth of super chats add another minute. We'll see.
Firmament touches down over here. So all of this is biblical. All of this is scientifically possible. More land, more resources. Let me show you.
The more land and the more resources apparently are both biblical and scientifically possible. 2 extra lies, of course. Wait, hold on, 94. Right, so let's just check. We're at, I've only had like 2 minutes. So we're at 83 minutes and we're at 94 lies, guys. Right? That's like 1.08 lies per minute or something, roughly.
And again, I'm going to preface this by saying we don't need to speculate what's beyond 60 degrees south to prove that the Earth is flat. We can do that all day long. But there's some interesting books on it. Excuse me. Interesting books and interesting stories. So this, let me find it. My Antarctica section. Where'd it go there?
Okay, my mind is spinning on that last picture you just showed.
I'm going to blow your mind right now, and this is the end. This is the end for you. Okay. by the way, while I'm looking at this, this is just videos of the shoreline of Antarctica, the 200-foot high, 300-foot high ice wall. This is the shoreline of our world, right? Guess what?
Well, that's a lie. Not all of Antarctica looks like that. That's called an ice shelf, which there is many of them. The Great Antarctic Ice Shelf. But some of it's literally just, like shore, like a beach. It doesn't all look like that. He's a liar. Dirth is a liar. He's a scammy liar. Oh, your pal Al, of course I'm going to. I would absolutely adore to be able to get a copy of that for my stream on Monday, but I don't think it'll be out by then. Of course, he's not even writing it himself. He has hired a ghostwriter to write a book about Flat Earth. In fact, during the stream, I might just go in and chat to him about what's in his book. Oh, yeah, I did. I meant scummy. All right. Guys, any more buffering? Or have we found the correct setting for Starlink to be happy? No? Good. And if anybody does want to help with the cost of getting out of my contract with Starlink and getting the gigabit internet, here was a GoFundMe that was set up for me. Not by me. I'd very much appreciate if you added any funds to that, though. Thank you.
Antarctica is the highest land on Earth. Take all the continents in the world, and their average elevation, Antarctica is over double number 2. That would make sense if it's the shoreline of our world.
Why? Why would that make sense? Sea level is still sea level, dude.
It would make a lot of sense. The question is, what's beyond there?
How do we not know what's beyond there?
Well, they know, but we don't know because they won't let us go there. Admiral.
It's another lie. 96.
Byrd did Project High Jump in the 1940s or 50s. And,
Admiral Byrd did
came
Project
back,
High.
went on the-
Right. Admiral Byrd did Project High Jump in the 1960s. Okay, so if you want to hear about what Admiral Byrd actually did, DP Debunks recently released a good video about that, I believe.
News and said there's more land on the other side of the South Pole, bigger than the United States, and no human has ever set eyes upon.
No, he was talking because it's an island, and when you go to the other side, you kind of find India, which is really quite big. Dumbass.
Really?
That's weird.
No, not really. So, I mean, he gets a life for that, obviously.
Why were we never
Reinforcement.
taught that?
Yeah, well, that, and then 6 months later he died in his sleep. That's weird. So that's interesting. So you're gonna like this.
Yeah, guys. So DP Debunks, he has just put the link to his video, which I'll quickly pin. If you go and check out that, it will tell everything about Admiral Byrd. The wild story of UFOs and hidden lands at the North Pole. DPD Debunks, please go and subscribe. And leave an insulting message for him.
You're gonna like this. Oh, by the way, there's buoys all over the ocean, and they in the 40s
They're not called
they used to be
buoys.
called ocean satellites.
No, they weren't.
So we didn't even get into satellites, but this is
No, they were not called ocean satellites. They're called buoys. And there's lots of them there for monitoring of sea temperatures, etc., etc., etc. 98 lies. We're nearly at 100 lies at only 85 minutes.
this is going to be interesting. So this is a ship tracking map. You can track ships all over the world.
Right?
On a ship, says, all right, it's got this cargo, this captain, registered in this country. Gives you all the information on the ship. But then we notice some ships way inside of the shoreline of Antarctica, 730 miles. 730 miles, it's 1.9 miles higher than the ocean. How does a ship get there, right? Zoom out, we got another one, 905 miles from the closest water.
I mean, that hasn't happened. I've tried to find the ships that are in the middle of Antarctica, and I don't see any. I'm pretty sure he's just made up this entire thing. If I'm wrong, I'd like to be called so, but I can't find the source that says that there was ships in the middle of Antarctica. So I am, based on my research, giving him a lot. No, I didn't add anything there. There we go. 99 lies in 86 minutes.
How does an active ship get 900 miles inside of Antarctica, where it would be over 2 miles higher than the ocean? For one, like if there was a river, like the Antarctica, it makes no sense. So how does a ship get in there? Right. This is a map that was found in a Buddhist temple. It was published in 1907, I think, in a Hawaiian newspaper.
Lies. It was not found. There we go. 100 lies. Woo! Round of applause for Dirth, everybody. 100 lies. Good man. No, he's been explained. This wasn't found in a Buddhist temple. This was published in a joke paper talking about a story that somebody wrote that contained this map. So everything he just said was a lie. Have you all noticed the super chat goal?
Showing our world with all of these other continents out here. Right? If you look it up on Google, it'll tell you
Oh, Dirth, die quietly and quickly.
nonsense. Right? So we
That was mean.
started looking. I clicked on the ship, and it said this ship is 850 meters long, which is gigantic, 80 meters wide, and it's registered to the nation of Kiribati, destination unknown. That's all.
None of that happened. So there was like 4 lies there. So we're at 104. Wow, someone does need to plot a graph of this, don't they? Random's right. We get an exponential in the lies per minute. It's certainly going up. 104 lies at 87 minutes. At one point, he was about equal. Even below, there was less lies. That it was about 0.8 lies per minute. Now, what's it at now, guys? Someone do the math for me.
That's all it says. No other information. So like Kiribati, where's that? So we started looking in the middle of the South Pacific. You can't even see it. I had to put a pin on it. It's a little sandbar. And do a little research into Kiribati. Now look at that's not how it's pronounced, but that's how it's spelled. Kiribati with a T. B and a T, right? So you do a little research, you find out that China, America, Vietnam, giving them tens of billions of dollars. They say that this is going to tie into what you do. Just listen to this. Giving them tens of billions of dollars of aid because it's a very important trade route. Why would a giant tanker need to stop at this sandbar? For what? What are they getting? Sand? They don't even have enough sand there for a giant tanker that size, right? So if we started looking at
the global trade route thing was a lie. That's not included in the global trade routes. We're giving him 1 for that, but he's just waffling right now. He's trying to get the lies per minute down. We are at Justin Franks has done the math. We're at 1.176 lies per minute. Nice. Cow for $2 says 1. Thank you, Cow. Bill Tetley for $2 says sent you a Discord DM. Please check. Thank you. Just looking. It's global marine traffic. No, I don't see any actual ships inside Antarctica. None at all. There's some around Antarctica here. Quite a few over there. Well, that's the same one. Pac-Man World. Yeah, certainly no ships inside Antarctica that I can see. Ooh. Got a couple over here on the other side of the Larsen Ice Shelf by Adelaide Island. What are they doing? And by Miller Island. Nenny Island. Oh, there's a ship inside Antarctica. Oh no! They've been discovered, guys. Yeah, it's just obviously on the shoreline. Rothschild Island. Yeah, no. He's a liar. Andres Eldritch, 100 sex, says 100 lies, 100 sex. Thank you. It's a Rubik's. Real NASA Shield says, for the first time in years, I'm nearly under 100 kilograms. Fucking proud of you. Get in. Well done. You and Rachbot, you've been inspiring me even more. So amazing. Well done. The blue thing's not a ship. That's just a transponder. So,
at the ships that were actually pulling up there, and all of them had limited information, and their destination was either unknown or Christmas Island. Now, some people say another name for Kiribati is Christmas Island, but if you look into all of the stuff with Christmas and Santa and
well, he's lying about Christmas and Santa. He's trying to say it's Satan. It's not. I went backwards. Coca-Cola invented Santa, but, you know, it was based on a German myth.
That's a whole nother
that's a whole
show.
nother
Jeez.
whole nother show. So hang on. This is gonna, you're gonna start seeing where I'm going with this. So if you The Earth has time zones. If the Earth is a globe, it has 24 lines from the north to the south, dividing it up like sections of an orange, right? And as it spins, each one that faces the sun will be noon. You get your 24 time zones.
That's a lie. That's not how time zones work. Time zones aren't geographical. They're political. So, and he knows that. That time zones are not just based on where the Earth is in relation to the sun. That's why we have things like daylight saving times. They were invented to make sure that trading could still happen where there was light and things like that. You can just change the time wherever you are. It's a straight up lie to claim that, oh, there's 24 lines and that should be the time zones. That's not how time zones work. It never has been. Who would have thought that David Weiss would have 107 lies in 89 minutes. Huh. The Turtle Move says perhaps the ship inside Antarctica is Noah's Ark. It's a Rubik's $5 says, anyone else accidentally write a letter to Satan instead of Santa by accident as a child? No? Just me? I did, and he gave me everything that I asked for. I just had to give him my firstborn child when he turns 18. Struan's 16. 17 in like 4 months. He's got a year or so. Be fine. Right? Right? Anyway. 107 lies in 89 minutes.
But in reality, there's more time zones in the south than in the north. Makes no sense. Excuse me. But one of the time zones is a weird one. It goes down, over, cuts over 3.5 time zones, loops around. Like, that makes no sense on a globe. But what's weird is Kiribati is in this spot right here.
Well, does that explain it, maybe? Did they maybe change the time zone to include the only inhabited bit in that fucking ocean so that they operate on the same time as somewhere else, maybe? Is that what it is, Dave? He told lies about what the time zones were for and the way they're set up, so he does get another one.
I don't know what that proves. It's just in a very weird spot on the globe. You agree with that?
Why would you do that? It's like looking at an electoral map and saying, wait a minute, you did this on purpose. You cut out your...
Well, there you fucking go. Maybe it's on purpose. Dave McKeegan, who's been a member for 60 months, says, I don't have the sound on, and I can still hear his BS. Hey, guys, Dave doesn't have the sound on. You can type everything, and you won't be able to hear it. Wait, hold on. Yeah, just send Dave insults. Yeah, Justin Franks, right? Yes, they did it on purpose. Oh my god. He's so smart. Pat in the chat. Hey, Pat, how you doing, my friend? Still so glad I met you. A 3-digit lie counter. That's all. Don't worry. I can add as many digits as I need to it. And I probably will need to. Play.
Gerrymandering. So why did they gerrymander this?
Yeah, well, because on a flat Earth, you would need more time zones. And in reality, there's 19 time zones in the north, 24 between the tropics, and 32 in the south. Why would you do that on a...
No, that's not true. None of that's right at all. So he gets a lie for that.
Globe. It makes no sense. They don't teach you this in school. These are the time zones. These are the real time zones of the world. Right?
No, they're not. Another lie. 110, guys. God, remember when he did it 100 just now? I remember that. Well, 7 out of 20 on the Super Chat goal. With 42 minutes to go, you want to see me do some topless push-ups? I might as well just start this OnlyFans page here, right? Lord Luminous Pooh says, but you regret meeting me. Yeah. I'm never eating that curry again.
the question we have is,
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I'm right. So there's 19 time zones at the top
in the
of
north,
the globe.
the north,
in the north.
no, on a flat Earth. You got to.
This is a flat Earth, right?
This is
You're looking at flat Earth.
Well, no, I mean, I'm showing you flat Earth here, but in the south, so this would be the Tropic of Cancer,
Okay.
Tropic of Capricorn, and the outer south. We'll go. I'll get into time zones in a minute.
Dave seems to be coughing quite a lot. I sure hope he's not ill. I really, really hope he's not ill. The Turtle Moves for £2 says, I sold my soul to Satan. It had a hole in it. Is that a song?
But my point here is, to get back to it, is what if
I need to lie to sell my app?
it was an important trade route to the outer lands?
Lies. No one ever went to the outer lands because they don't fucking exist.
What if they had ships and a trade route, just like we have trade route to China, to wherever, right? They're going from Kiribati is their port, and then they go out here to other lands where other civilizations are out here. What are they trading? Computer chips, weapons, children.
3 lies there, one of them fucking disgusting. I don't know anything about trade routes, so they're trafficking children and bringing back chips. What a fucking piece of shit he is. Like, he's genuinely the epitome of evil. He is on the if I meet I probably slap list. There's quite a few of them, to be fair. Bill Tetley, $5 says, there's no way any human being could lie that... Oh yeah, it's the dumb, insignificant, turd-ranting horse shite. I like that. Rachbot says, you're so awesome. Nuh-uh, you. Thank you very much. Dan the Man, member for 10 months, says, how to know when Dave Weiss is lying? He opens his mouth. Rubik says, life hack. If an entity wants you to promise your firstborn child, if you don't have kids yet, just don't have them. Well, yeah, but I wanted kids, and I thought, I get 18 years, right? And then I guess I have to, invade hell to get my child back and end up becoming the emperor of the universe. I mean, it's a whole thing. Jesus. Lord of Luminous Pooh says for $5, statistically, I am immortal. I haven't died once in countless days. Yeah, statistically, if you only count the past 12 hours, I'm definitely immortal. Not sure what happened before that, though. I woke up in a pod again. No, you, Rachbot.
Tuna fish? I don't know. And how would you know? Because you just learned about this Kiribati today. It's just...
Sorry, did he say tuna fish? We know where tuna fish comes from, Dave. Shut the fuck up.
now.
So you're saying ships, your explanation of why ships are 900 miles into an ice block is because there's a navigation route to that.
Well, I don't think it's an ice block, right? So,
you think they pass through the ice block, which is the outer rim that contains our world, our planet.
yeah.
And then there's something outside of that. We don't know, but there's speculation. There's something outside that ice.
So we started making videos about this, and without notice, they changed the name of Kiribati. So now when you type in
Lies. That never happened. You always get that from flat earthers. Oh, we started exposing them. We exposed NASA. And then they made some videos saying it's used for just education, not a green screen. No one gives a fuck about you intellectual midgets. My apologies to intellectual midgets for comparing you to flat earthers, actually.
in Kiribati on Google Earth, it takes you to that island I was just showing you there. And Kiribati is really over here. And they changed the name completely. So it's now Kirtamati.
Why would they do that?
You tell me. They don't want people looking at it. And then
No, it's not. Huh. What, I don't know. What about, maybe I'm not very good at reading, guys, but oh, he's a fucking moron. Oh my.
Then if you go, you tell me.
Why
That
would
happened here, and they changed the name completely. It's now.
Oh my fucking god. Guys, do you realize what he's done? He's confused the name of a village in Kiribati, or an area called Kiribati, for the land of Kiribati. I mean, oh no, guys, they've changed the name of the island to Banana. Banana. Yeah. Or no. Oh, look, they've changed it to Captain Cook Hotel. Oh. Oh no, now they've changed it to London. What are we going to do? What a fucking dumbass. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, Dave McKeegan makes a good point. Dirth. Antarctica keeps the waters of Earth contained. But also, Dirth, there's a fucking huge canal through Antarctica for ships to sail to further lands. Anyone see the problem? Right, yeah, so Dave got confused between the place of an island and the name of the island. What a fucking dumbass. He gets a lie, because he can't be that dumb to not realise what he's done there.
Kirtamati.
Why would they do that?
You tell me. They don't want people looking at it. And then if you go in, and start looking at the history of Kiribati, there's all sorts of nuke testing there. If you know about the nuke hoax, that's another red flag that they just don't want you going there.
Okay, Harry Warp has explained. So Kirimati, or Kirismas, Christmas Island, is the island, and Kiribati, or Kiribati, is the country on the island. Right. So, I see. So the island is Kirimati, and there's a country on the island called Kiribati. And he just didn't understand that. I mean, I didn't, but I instantly realised by looking at the map that they're named different for different things, and it would just take a minute to not be a fucking idiot live.
Have you looked into the nuke hoax?
No.
Another rabbit hole?
Yeah, that's a whole new rabbit hole.
On my
Dang
website,
it, Dave.
flatearthdave.com. Scroll down, you'll find a banner that says nuclear bombs. Listen to those podcasts, and then you'll know nuclear bombs don't exist as described.
Well, that's a fucking lie. Hi, I'm a nuclear engineer. Nuclear bombs definitely exist. Just ask the Japanese. Poor guys. Right, so Kiribati is one island in the Republic of Kiribati. I see. So that island is Kiribati, part of the Republic of Kiribati, which consists of many islands.
Right.
Okay, I have a question as a skeptic.
Yes.
Okay. We go to outer space, and I take a picture of the Earth. Then I should be able to see what you're describing, right? I should be able to see.
Let's say we're in a gymnasium, right? Got, 30-foot high ceilings, 20-foot high ceilings. Now we spread that gymnasium to 20 miles long. Can you take a picture of the whole gymnasium?
If I'm
But Dave, when you go to space and you take a picture looking down, land doesn't spread out forever. You see a fucking globe. So the explanation's dumb and is purposely being dishonest, so you get a lie. Jack Vetter for 499 says, so they also hid it in Google Maps? No. So they blocked anyone from visiting? No. So they shoot anyone that admits it exists? No. So then, yeah, don't think too hard about it. He's a fucking idiot. Thank you for the support, guys. I really appreciate it, by the way. I hope you preparing to punish me starting Monday.
I'm out of space.
No, you can't. Where's outer space? There is no outer space. You can't. No one. We don't get the highest we've gotten, in my opinion.
It's a lie. There definitely is outer space. So there we go.
It's 72 miles.
That's a lie. We've gone way higher than 72 miles. He just ignores the facts that we've shown him. Oh dear, Rubik says Monday's payday. Whoopsie. Borg Emporia says, are you sure? Last I checked, this clone did not earn any degrees. That was the original FTFE that had those degrees. Well, yeah, but his memory and experiences are always transferred to the next clone. Mostly. I've lost a fear of tigers for some reason. That used to be there, but hey, I don't mind. But mostly, I get all the experiences that the previous version of me has. Wait, I'm not supposed to know I'm a clone. Oh, they're going to get rid of me, aren't they? Oh, well. They're transferring the gym progress over, so it's all right.
NASA whistleblower saying that the firmament starts at about 72 miles. The Go Fast rocket hits something at 72 miles.
There were two lies. NASA never said something goes up at 72 miles. The GoPro rocket never hit anything. It activated a yo-yo D-spin maneuver. We're at 123 lies in 93 minutes. 94 minutes. 123 lies in 94 minutes. Someone did the math for me. Lord Luminous Poo, $5. An ocean volcano filled with water in that lake is a volcanic island. On that island, there is a lake. In that lake, there is a large stone islandception. Yes, you are right. There is a place where there is a island on a lake in an island on a lake on an island on a lake. We are up to 1.31 lies per minute. Someone needs to graph out the exponential growth going on here. DP Debunk says, do you get that weird thing where the new clone bodies randomly add the word tickle to sentences, or is that just me tickle? Yeah, they get deactivated when they do that. Unfortunately, most of the funds go to the FTFE clones, so like the DP Debunk's D-clones there. Well, the equipment was not even second-hand, so there may be some malfunctions with you. It's not my fault. Sorry. You know, after they were like, well, how can we make it cheaper? You know? Obviously, I have to use the expensive stuff for me because that's how, you know, they can't change it. But the next process when they did the DP debunks and you know the Drunk Debunk Show clones, they used equipment that was handed down from somewhere else that was, you know, repurposed and stuff. So you know. Bill Tetley, $5. Why do all Flerfs start their facts with "I believe" or "in my opinion"? What a bunch of spastics. You made me say that word. You guys know you can make me say whatever you want with super chats, right?
Nobody goes to space, including our good friend Elon Musk.
Well, Elon Musk's never been to space, you're right, but to say no one goes to space is a lie.
Right? I'm going to show you right now. If you didn't know who I was, and I showed you what I'm going to show you right now, and said, what do you think of this? You would say, just like the kid said, it's a horrible B-rated movie.
No, I would say, I think you're an idiot, and I'm going to look up what you're saying because it sounds completely ridiculous. Take off that hat, it's clearly squeezing you too hard. Clive Wells says that Trump's up to 60 lies a minute. Fuck me, don't get me started on Trump. I think I might have to start some kind of politics channel at this point. Like, British man attacks American politics. I don't know, something. Indie Tiger Sci-Fi for $10. Indie Tiger Sci-Fi Review, sorry, for $10. They're going to do away with the clone by Tiger Attack. I know I'm on the email list. Nah, tigers don't frighten me. They should. they're terrifying, but I also seem to have lost the ability to visualize the color purple. I think that may be an issue with recurring clones. I'm not sure.
Right? It's a horrible B-rated movie, but this is actually an Elon Musk rocket launch, right? Nothing is taken out of order. So we got this rocket. Now, this doesn't look that big. You can drive a Mack truck under here. This is gigantic. This is the rocket that's going to go to Mars.
Is that Starship? I don't think that's Starship. That's not Starship. He gets a lie. You're a fucking liar, Dave. Indie Tiger made my room yellow. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do some topless push-ups. What am I doing?
This is an actual launch by Elon Musk. So we got this little stupid pad here. Little fire comes out, right? Edit. We're switching back and forth. Look how slow it's going. This little fire is lifting up this multi-ton, 20 tons, right? And now notice the angle. I'm going to stop it for a second. The angle of view shows that it's not high because we're looking at the side of it, right? So it's going, and just try to discern how fast it's going. So here's the onboard. Now look at the smoke. How fast is this really moving? Now it's up pretty darn high, and now it's falling. It's falling, right?
Yes.
It's falling. Look how fast the smoke is going. Now look how fast the smoke is going. Is this falling, or is it something else?
It's
Oh,
clearly.
now look how high it is. All
What do you mean? Is it falling or is it something else? And what do you mean? How high it is all of a sudden? That's how high it was. You were looking up at it, and now if you look down from it, he gets a lie for being so deceptive here. Dan the man for €2.49. You can't tell me Dave does this accidentally. No, you're absolutely right. He doesn't. Bev Llewellyn, $1.99. Thank you very much, Bev. I appreciate it.
of a sudden, this is not out of order. This is from a live stream. Now it's falling, and 3 engines are going to turn on. It's going to stand up. Oh, look how high it is again. It's going to stand up. Cameraman's going to get right underneath
Yeah, Justin Frank says, welcome to today's episode of Flerfs Camp 3D.
it with an edit. Ready, watch. It's going to fire up. 1, 2, 3. Cameraman edit gets underneath it. 2 of the engines are going to burn out. Ready? 1, 2. And it's going to land upright with a whole bunch of CGI smoke. Ready?
Well, how do you know that's CGI smoke? I mean, he's just saying stuff, so he gets a lie for that. Nick N for $5 Canadian. The way Starship has been performing, I'm starting to doubt it would get to Mars by 2022. You're not wrong, Nick. Yeah, Elon Musk does seem to be blowing up a lot of his starships recently. It's a great achievement getting that thing to space, but maybe there's a point where you need to rethink the design entirely so they stop exploding. Maybe what you designed isn't working, and just trying to fix it is not the way to go. Maybe design a new rocket that doesn't blow up all the time. Lex Carney says, I want a super chat, but YouTube doesn't let me use the words I wanna. Just, put asterisks. We know what you mean.
Here comes smoke. And it's going to land upright. And it looks like a penis. Just to throw it out there.
Dave, if your penis looks like that, you have a problem. Penises shouldn't have wings on them. Just one sec. Yeah, no, penises do not have wings on them. I just checked.
Your cognitive dissonance is like, well, that's from Elon. It's got to be real. But that's not real. This is nonsense.
Bev Llewellyn says his super chat should have said that Trump is a cunt, but he wouldn't let him type it. I kind of agree.
This is what they want us to believe.
What do you say there? I missed it.
This is nonsense. This is what they want us to believe.
Just for calling it nonsense, he gets a lie. just being deceptive and putting his opinion instead of facts. Nazumi says, we clip the wings at birth because we're afraid the clones will take off every time they come. Well, at least my penis doesn't have wings. I don't know about yours. One in the chat if your penis has wings, guys.
What is the argument against you? Like, say that I'm a true skeptic. What is the pushback on you when you say that's fake? What does the intellectuals on the other side?
They just short circuit and they're like, it can't be. It's just like Matt Walsh. You know, there's too many people in on it.
And then have you ever had a dream where and then yeah, Dirth, nice for stutter in there. We don't do that. You guys freak out when we give you a response, so you get a lie. Wait, your penises have wings? Are they supposed to? Oh. Mine doesn't. Hydroid says their penis got thrusters. Nazumi says it's a good way to tell if you're a clone. If you don't have the wings, you're a clone. Because we removed them.
You know, they can't do that. So let me ask you a question here. So this is the rescue from the ISS the other day, you know, a couple weeks ago. Whatever. These look like pretty severe cable straps to these preliminary chutes. Now this thing is falling down at an incredible speed, super heavy, thousands of pounds, and these little nylon parachutes are going to slow it down, and they're not going to shred. Right? You throw a parachute out with too much weight going fast, it's just going to shred. But you got to look at these ropes. Okay, right? So now here go the other parachutes, and again, look, it came out of this section at the top, right? This thing's falling. Why aren't these opening? And eventually they're going to open.
They are. What do you mean? Why aren't they opening? They're literally opening. He even just said eventually they're going to open.
Right? You got these cables. Notice the cables. And it's coming down. I'm going to just fast forward. Now, at one point, I'm fast forwarding here, it just kind of stops here. It's just kind of hanging. It's not even coming down. Like barely coming down. But
it's not even coming down. Barely coming down. It's you're viewing it from far away, Dave. He lies and then corrects himself while he's telling the lie. It's not coming down. It's barely coming down. Lex Carney says, for $1.99, I have a lovely bunch of coconuts, and now I have to do some topless push-ups. I was joking, guys. You didn't have to do that. Oh well, what's the point of going to the gym if I can't show off? There we go. Where did I put my top? I hadn't done 100 today, so that was just a way to get it done. Thanks, guys. Because I can't just be topless the whole time, Borg. Topless stream is, that's definitely for OnlyFans. DP says, why do nipples not have wings? Oh, I know, right? It's so annoying.
But even from here, you can see the cables. But watch what happens when it hits the water. When it hits the water, where do the cables go? So
They released them.
Just jump forward. Oops, let me jump back. Back. There we go. Sorry about that. So it's going to hit the water. And then this is AI. This is just an AI rendering. This.
Well, that's a lie. I mean, this is totally before kind of AI was able to do that shit. Ragebot says, I've got to go AFK for a bit. For reasons? Sorry, guys.
This is live, though. This is from them. And by the way, the boats are out of distance here, but they got the drone there in time. So you can see the cables. See the cables. Where did the cables go? Now we get closer. Where are the cables? Where are the cables? Look at how
they got
cinematic
released.
this is. Right, this drone operator, he's awesome. The boats that are coming, they're still a mile or farther away, but somehow the drone got there. Right? Where are the cables?
Yeah, drones go faster than boat. What a shock.
On the water. Now you can see the cable right there, and now it's gone. Where are the cables on the water? Where? Now watch when the boats. Oh, there's a little glitch too. Did I jump by it? Here, watch right here. Little glitch. Explain that. Where did the?
There was no glitch. I saw nothing. Literally nothing. He gets a lie. Borg says, what are the other tattoos you have? Okay, so this is my family. This is my family's clan badge. The McNeils of Barra. It says Vincere vel more, which is my family's motto, which means to conquer or die, because we were dicks apparently. And then Emma's name, Emma Louise, and then Struan Stanley George and Violet Jean Olive, my son and daughter. And then on my chest, this is a dragon, and in Korean the name's Emma, Amy, Kirsty, Judith, and Paul, which is names of my two sisters, my mum and my dad. Close to my heart, being protected.
Parachutes come out of? Where are the cables?
In the water, you dumbass.
4 astronauts in here, or 3? Where's the opening? Now these boats are going to
the
come
other
in.
side.
There's
There.
no opening. There's no cables.
There's the opening. You pointed at it, you fucking muppet.
Here are the boats over here. Somehow that drone got there is amazing. They're not worried about getting the cables caught in the props. This thing's toasted like a marshmallow. How much more do I need to show you that all of space is fake? All of it. All of the agencies.
You need to show us just one bit of space being fake. You've shown us nothing.
Are all run by NASA. You know that all of the space
All the space agencies are run by NASA. Gets a lie there.
agencies, NASA, JAXA, all of them, train in Florida with NASA.
Well, no, not all of them. Some do because they've got good facilities. So that's another lie. Very much like the engineering base that I did my engineering training and my nuclear training at in Gosport down south, HMS Sultan. We also trained foreign navies. Like I was during my basic engineering course, I was doing it alongside people from the Oman Navy. It was quite fun. Hello, boy howdy for $2 says every Flerf is the smartest Flerf. They're all so smart.
That's where it's literally a show. It's the theater of space, the theater of war. It's all theater, everything.
It doesn't even look real, Dave.
It's not real. Of course, it doesn't look real. This is what
It does. It is real and it looks real, So he gets 2 lies there. Right, what we're at, he's got 100 minutes. Right, he's done 100 minutes, and he's at 138 lies. So someone did the math for me.
But they showed us, though, this is what they presented as real. Where did the parachutes come from? How come they didn't melt? Where are the cables? It's so bad that you can't see it. That most people are like, I can't process this information. Where's the opening?
You showed the opening, you dipshit.
Now, in
Hey,
a week,
hold on a second. Hold on.
But
This is the actual video footage.
yeah,
Yeah, we're at 1.38 lies per minute. Of course, yeah.
you want to get into Katy Perry's launch? That's all
This
another
is,
joke.
but this looks just like a bad video game. Like it looks like a video game.
Yeah, it is.
No, it looks like a slightly low definition video.
It's AI rendered. It's not real.
There's 2 lies.
I used to think they go out there, they stage the thing, and they drop it from an airplane. You know, when
Yeah, I know, Justin Franks. Of course, I could do that, but my brain's been hurt by listening to Flerf.
nobody in it, and then they do the whole rescue thing. I don't even think they do that anymore. I think it's all done in studio, all of it. Oh, and then the dolphins show up in a little bit, right? I don't think it's in this video. There's dolphins. They had dolphins. Did you see that?
No, I did not see.
They literally had dolphins swimming around. Like, oh my God, dolphins are greeting the astronauts. You know, it's for the kids.
Okay, let's go back to that.
It's just lying randomly about stuff he knows nothing, so he gets another lie there.
Question that I asked an hour ago. There's the dolphins. I see.
Oh,
see
yeah,
them
there you
over
go.
by the NASA.
Yeah.
Is that a dolphin? By the NASA symbol?
It
No,
is.
that's the parachute. Why, Dave? Why? Why are they doing this?
To hide God.
It's a lie. Why would we need to hide God? And if God is real and so powerful, how the fuck are we able to hide it?
To hide resources, to hide free energy, to hide your freedom, to hide more land, to hide everything. It's that literally to control you, because people would be out of control. They wouldn't cooperate.
Cooperate in which way? Being worker bees?
Being worker bees, being slaves to the system. You know, they
So, without God, we're slaves to the system. But doesn't God want us to worship him and do as we're told? Isn't that being a slave? Otherwise we burn in hell. He doesn't get a lie for that. He's just being a dumbass.
it would, you know, if you play on their ball field, you have to play by their ball field rules. And if you play with their money, you're controlled by their money. You know, I think that Bitcoin is a control thing, but there's other cryptocurrencies out there that are not, you know, like Monero and other privacy coins that are going to
Like Dome Shot, for instance.
bite them in the butt. You know, they really, you know, iPhones are to control us, but I'm using my iPhone against them, right? We're
It's a lie. iPhones are just cheap technology. But you're not using anything against anyone, Dave. So don't pretend that you're smart, because you're not.
we can use their technology against them. I mean, could you do all of the stuff that you do without their technology? No, of course
No,
not.
I couldn't get the information I needed, but I don't even know if the information is true or correct that I'm getting, right? I have to figure it out on my own and think critically. And I think that's the biggest thing that's missing in our lives is critical thinking. Now, I only have a few more minutes with you, and I appreciate you giving me so much of your time, dude, because I know you're busy and swamped. I think I think your best contradiction or your best evidence that it's a flat Earth is the Earth's curvature and planes flying, and no one's able to square that circle, if you will. Meaning, a plane takes off from Los Angeles and it has to get to UK. Well, there's a curvature to the Earth that has to be in the calculations in order to fly, or you would fly straight off into space. Correct? Am I simplifying that correctly?
That's very,
No, that's just fucking you not understanding how flight mechanics work. Of course, no, you wouldn't fly into space because there's no atmosphere to give the plane lift, you fucking moron.
just look at this. I was flying to Mexico. Pilot goes, we're about 125 miles out. We'll be descending and be there in about, X number of minutes. I'm like, oh, okay. He's got to calculate his altitude, his distance, how many feet per mile that he needs to drop. And that's what pilots do. It's called the rate of descent or angle of descent. But the problem is that's a flat Earth calculation. At 125 miles out,
That's a lie. You can calculate the surface above the surface of the distance above the surface of a sphere. No problem. You're a fucking idiot.
there's 2 miles of curvature. And if they don't calculate that in, they're going to fly over the airport 2 miles high. but it's a flat Earth calculation. It's a flat Earth calculation.
Has anybody ever said to you,
He just said it 2 more times, so he gets 2 more lies.
gave you an explanation to why?
Oh,
Are they going to say gravity? Is that what they're going to say?
They say gravity. I wish we had time to talk about gravity, and maybe we could do a part 2. But gravity is the killer because it's a made up theory, and electrostatic.
It's not a made up theory. The theory of gravity does not make gravity a theory.
Explain everything, and it's testable, provable scientifically.
That's a lie. Electrostatics don't explain everything. Like, that's just a dumb thing to say. We're at 148 lies.
What?
Gravity? Want to talk about gravity?
Yeah. God dang, Dave. I mean, it's not a rabbit hole, Dave. It's like you're unpacking a package you got, and all of a sudden it starts expanding. That package begins to expand and expand and expand, and you're like, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to understand the planes flying and landing on a globe without flying out to space, and you're telling me there's something called gravity that keeps them there. Then we go into gravity, and then what's beyond gravity that we got to discuss?
Let me. I can do gravity in 2 minutes for you, but let me just show you this. New Zealand's here. Got Australia around the corner here. You got San Francisco. So this flight wants to go from New Zealand to Argentina. Well, FlightAware says right here would be a little curved line they make. That would be the shortest. But it goes all the way up to San Francisco, all the way over to Texas, and then back down across the equator again to Argentina. Why would you go across the equator if you're in the southern hemisphere, going to somewhere else in the southern hemisphere? Right?
Maybe because that's where the flights need to go, because they need to pick people up at a certain place to make it worthwhile. There's the thing called cribbage you have to pay attention to. You're just trying to jam flat Earth where it's not there.
Right? If we look at it on a flat Earth map, New Zealand, San Francisco, Houston, Texas, and Argentina. What did your mom teach you?
Right, well, he's just lied, because if you actually plot out that flight path, it's curved on that map. Rosie for $5 says, is it true that Dome Shot is just a defunct Hawk Tour coin with Dome written on it in crayon? Yeah, mostly. Some glitter as well, and hot glue. That was a mistake. You should have seen the blisters on the flat earthers.
Shortest distance between 2 points?
Straight line.
There it is. There's hundreds and hundreds of flight routes that will absolutely only make sense on a flat Earth. Emergency landings where the plane has to land because someone has a heart attack or whatever. And they where they land is impossible to get there in the amount of time that they did if the Earth was a globe. But it's always a point that would be on the straight line on a flat Earth.
It was a lie. Everything about flight paths has been debunked. It all works perfectly on a globe. It's programmed on a globe. The Haversine formula is working on the globe, not a flat Earth. It couldn't.
Map.
I saw a video. I don't think it was yours. It could be. I was just doing some more show prep late last night, and there was an interview of a gentleman. I believe he was a pilot from the continent of like Asia, like China, Japan, Korea, something like that. And he said, "I've been doing this for 30 years, and the Earth is flat." And then he went back in his cockpit.
There's so many pilots on the app.
There's no pilots that say the Earth is flat. If they are, they're not a real pilot. Or they're mentally deranged and have their pilot's license removed, which I know something that actually happened like that.
The pilot section on the FAQ page, there's tons of videos of pilot testimony. There's all sorts of stuff. There's there's one of the videos called Flatten the Curve. I'll show you where to find that. And it's military pilots and regular pilots talking about how all of their weapons.
In that video, there is no actual pilots, or at least none of them prove they're pilots. They just say they are, so you get a lie for promoting what is clearly a lie. We are at 108 minutes with 152 lies. Someone do the math.
Systems and everything only works on a flat Earth. If you watch it, you will be a flat earther. So don't watch it if you can't handle being a flat earther. Right? That's just
that's a lie. I watched it and I'm not a flat earther.
Bottom line. So here's a flight from Hong Kong. It was going to the UK. It had to stop in Germany 12 hours later because 4 hours into the flight, a mother sitting with her entire family, little kids, died. And they had no place to put her, so they kept her in a seat. They flew for 8 more hours and didn't land with a dead mother next to your kid. Could you imagine sitting next to your dead mother as a kid or anybody, for 8 more hours?
No.
Why didn't they land? The answer is because they were over Russia, right? And 2 things would happen. If they landed, Russia probably would have been very helpful, and that could have sparked world peace, but we can't have that. But the problem is, if they landed in Russia, we'd say, see, Earth is flat, and we'd prove it to them. We'd prove it, so they couldn't land.
No, that wouldn't prove it in any way, shape, or form. It would just mean they were closer to that point.
Couldn't land in Russia. They're over Russia because the Earth is flat. Period.
Yo.
So let's
All
go.
right, tell me. Let's go down gravity.
Gravity
let's
real
go.
quick. So
Come on, Dave.
gravity is just a theory.
It's lie. Gravity is not just a theory. You know what else I studied during my A-levels? Studied music theory. I have an A-level in music theory. Is music just a theory? No.
That's an unproven theory, and it's nonsense. And 96% of it is made up of dark matter and dark energy that no one's ever seen.
Gravity is not made up of dark energy and dark matter. That's a lie. What were we just at? So, 157.
The reason they made it up is because it has to exist if gravity's real, right? So that's like, hey, if you lent me $100 yesterday, I said, I'll pay you back tomorrow, and then today I gave you $4. I go, here, we're even. You're like, what? I'm like, don't worry, the rest are dark dollars, but they're there. Don't worry, right? That's gravity. So here we have some leftover helium balloons, right? And I got a button, and it's just off the floor by a couple inches, neutrally buoyant. Now, the flat Earth, on Earth, the ground is neutral or negative. Excuse me, this is my voice. Last interview of the week. And the sky is positive, so anything above the ground has a positive charge to it. So this wire goes to a Van de Graaff generator, and we're just going to add a stronger positive charge to this button. And when we do, it goes down. Now, do we change gravity, or do we change the electrostatic potential? So now we're going to negate it, discharge, it goes back up.
The concept of multiple forces existing at the same time is so alien to them.
Okay, that's one test. Here we're going to put a negative charge in. It goes up. Negatives push against. Turn it back on. It stays up. Now, this is from MIT. It's a silent drone. There's no moving parts. It flies on electrostatics. You know the triangle aircraft? I think it's the XRT-3B or something. They disclose that it flies on electrostatics. It lifts and propels itself using this technology. No moving parts. Are we defying gravity, or are we defying electrostatics? So here's the question.
You're not defying either, so that gets a lie. I just want to show you this, guys. I just had an email from Random. Just quickly download that. Someone has actually graphed out his lies per minute, showing the exponential growth potential. Here's the minutes, and here's the lies. And if you follow the green path, which is where it's clearly going, there is certainly some kind of exponential growth in lies per minute going on here. Thank you very much for that, Random. Very good.
They tell us that the electrostatic force, which we just tested and proved scientifically, is 10 to the 36 power stronger than gravity. These are the mainstream science.
At a, subatomic level, which he just left out. 159.
I don't believe them. I think they're full of it. Because first, gravity doesn't exist. But let's pretend it does. It did. 10 to the 36 stronger. We just proved that when I drop this, it falls down because it's more dense than the air, and the electrostatic charge says go that way.
Is it more dense than the air, or is it electrostatic charge? Which one is it? There's two lies there. We're at 161 lies.
So if it's 10 to the 36 power, remember how big a trillion was? That's 10 to the 12th, right? So if you take a trillion times 1,000, times 1,000, times 1,000, I think I've worth the 18 zeros. We got to keep doing that to get to 36. Basically, we're proving that gravity has nothing.
It's a lie. You're not proving anything. You're just not understanding anything because, and this is me being nice, okay? David Weiss, you're a fucking idiot.
Why would gravity be responsible for something that's 10 to the 36 less powerful than provable static force? Do you follow?
I do. Do you believe this is the day of the Age of Awakening?
Oh, it certainly is. Absolutely. It's the apocalypse. Everything is coming true.
Bruce Wolford says, I need your permission to swear. It's going to be directed at Derpy Dave Weiss. May I swear, please? Yes, you can, my friend.
People talk about the pole flip. I don't believe that we have a north and south pole like that, but it is the pole. It is the polarity switch. The negative ones are in power now, and we're going to have a pole switch where the positive ones are going to come into power. And so the energy of the world is changing. People are waking up. It's amazing how many people are waking up all over the place. It's incredible. Just taking a look up, going back.
The exodus of flat Earth has been going on hardcore. So no, well, maybe people are waking up because they're realizing the Earth's not flat, but you mean it the other way around, so it was a lie.
To on the friend finder, let's go to the world view. This is it's incredible how many people there are. You know, Australia, there's people everywhere waking up to this. It's incredible. I showed you that before. And the other thing is, have you looked into the old world?
When you say old world, what do you mean?
Wow, JJ.
Oh, you're talking about the buildings?
Yeah, the buildings, everything.
Yes,
If you hit
I've already, I'm started that one too.
On the app, if you hit the Tataria button right here, which is the old world button, it's a Griffin button. There's some amazing stuff here. This video right here, this section, our history in a different view, if you watch it, you will never be able to walk outside again and go, without going, how did I miss that? How did I miss that?
Yeah, I mean, you walk outside and go, how do these people think this? They're fucking idiots. So you're lying.
My whole life. I lived here my whole life and I never even saw that. Do you watch My Lunch Break?
I don't.
This guy is killing it. He's going to be the biggest thing out there. My Lunch Break is on every platform. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him on my app. You can find him everywhere. Just start watching a couple of his videos. It will blow your mind. You'll never be able to walk outside and not be in awe of buildings in your own town that you didn't realize. It's incredible.
I've started to go down that where people show pictures of buildings that are so intricate, so beautiful, so perfectly aligned. Impossible during the chisel and
it's impossible
horseback.
today. It's impossible
today.
Yeah.
It's not impossible today in the fucking slightest. You know, they could literally chisel marble into detailed faces and stuff. It took a while, but they did it.
Incredible. It's absolutely incredible what you can see. There's a video I featured recently about the building of Yankee Stadium. It's hysterical. Have you seen that?
I saw that, and where was that you?
Yeah.
That was okay. Gosh, I've watched so much, and you shut down AI. AI had to admit
that was another. I showed that video.
Okay.
The guy, the AI quit. He couldn't. But
no, he didn't shut down AI. The most AI glitched, or got fucking tired of his nonsense.
I've gotten AI to quit also on a whole bunch of things. On my YouTube channel, DITRH, which stands for Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, I have a whole bunch of recent AI videos where I trap it. I learn how to, I was like...
No, you don't trap it. You make yourself look stupid.
Hey, if something's falling in a vacuum, does it speed up? I get it to admit all these things, and then I apply it to the earth, and it tries to backpedal, it short circuits, and it hangs up. It's amazing.
Well, here...
No, none of that happened, guys. I've covered that, actually, so you can check. We're at 168 lies in... 117 minutes. Someone do the math for me.
Here's what I'd like to finish with is just to say, first off, thank you very much for giving me 2 hours of your time.
Oh, that was 2 hours? Wow.
Yeah, I don't believe that we go backwards from this, meaning I don't believe you watch this or you're like me 90 days ago and you begin this journey, you don't start to regress unless you are adverse to truth.
Well, that is the end. I've kind of gone for it, and he just says the same things again and like tries to sell his app. So we're going to leave it there, and so 168 lies in 117 minutes. Incredible. Well, so we're at So we're at 1.43 lies per minute. Well, technically 1.44 if you round up. We're going to say 1.44 lies per minute. Goodness, Dirth. Even for you, that's a lot. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, come and join me for getting my tattoo done. And the biggest super chat gets their name added, because why the fuck not? And then join me on Saturday for a debate with Don Lee, and then join me on Monday starting at, let's say 11 a.m. Because I'm going to go to the gym first, where we are going to start the 5th membership drive. Every membership adds 3 minutes, and every £10 of super chats adds another minute. See how long we can keep me awake for. But thank you very much for watching, guys. The support is incredible. I love every single one of you. Not you, Gary. Sit down, shut the fuck up. See you over on my OnlyFans for the after show. In the meantime, remember that stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.
Yo, Yo, listen up, it's your boy Dirth in the his house. My plan so slick, gonna make your pockets this house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say
Bye.
the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Yo, listen up, it's your boy Dirth H in the his house. That's the horse house. Got a plan so slick, gonna make your pockets this house. I got an app that's gonna change your life. But before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. But turn up, that's the light I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Flat Earth, that's the lie I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, the icy place. I offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. The scammer, I play the game. Gonna hustle hard, gonna rise to fame. But remember one thing, it's all a ploy. To make that green, I'll be your decoy. So if you wanna join, come take my hand. But beware the tricks, it's all planned. Dirth, that's my name. In the world of scams, I got the fame.
I'm a scammer.
He is, you know. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember that stupidity's not alright, and you're not stupid because you're a flat earther. You're a flat earther because you're stupid.